Hi, Math 3 students. Today we are going to continue learning some skills we need to know for the SAT. So earlier we learned how to solve a system of equations. Then we learned how to write a system of equations. Now we're going to practice writing a system of equations and then solving it. All right. So it says a jeweler had a fixed amount of gold to make bracelets and necklaces. The amount of gold in each bracelet is 6 grams, and the amount of gold in each necklace is 24 grams. The jeweler made a total of 16 bracelets and necklaces using 258 grams of gold. Determine the number of bracelets made by the number and the number of necklaces made. So let's use bracelets. B for bracelets. That's going to be our number of bracelets. And N for our number of necklaces. All right. And the first equation we're going to write is going to have to do with the amount of gold in each. So we know that the bracelet has 6, the gold has 24, and then in total, that's how much gold we used. So we're going to do 6 times B plus 24 times N is going to give us our 258. Then they told us that the jeweler made a total of 16 bracelets and necklaces. So our bracelets plus our necklaces needs to give us 16. All right. So before this is where we would stop, right? Now they actually want us to finish solving this and to determine the number of bracelets that were made. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and actually solve this. So let's go ahead. Why don't we knock out, we'll knock out bracelets. Okay. So I'm going to keep my first line the same. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to multiply my second line by -6. And the reason that I'm doing this is so that my b's cancel. So I get minus 6b minus 6n equals, I do need a calculator for this, equals negative 96. All right, so I distributed this -6 to everything. So these guys cancel. We get 18n, and 258 minus 96 is 162. All right, then we can go ahead and solve this. 162 divided by 18 equals 9. So that tells us that we've got 9 necklaces. All right. Now all we need to do is go back and solve for bracelets. So you can plug it into either equation. I'm going to plug it into the second one just because it's a little bit easier. So we know that if our n is 9, right, it's b plus n equals 16. Well, b plus 9 equals 16. We would subtract 9, and we get that our number of bracelets is going to be 7. So 7 bracelets. All right, and that is how you do those problems. All right, let's go ahead and try another one here. So it says Noah went to the movie theater and bought 9 drinks, 4 candies, and he spent $60. He went to the same movie theater and bought 10 drinks and 2 candies and spent $57.50. Determine the price of each drink and the price of each candy. So let's say D equals price of drinks. C equals the price of a candy. All right. So first equation here, let's go ahead. We'll say we've got 9 drinks plus 4 candies, and that's going to cost us $60. And then our second equation, we've got 10 drinks and 2 candies, and that's going to cost us $57.50. All right. So these are our equations. Again, we learned how to get to this point. So now we can go ahead and simplify. So go ahead. Let's do 9D plus 4C equals 60. I'm not going to change my first equation, but I'm going to go ahead and multiply my second equation by a -2. Now, the reason I'm doing that is I want to cancel my C's out. And if I do a -2, my C's are going to cancel. So I get negative 20D minus 4C equals, and then 57.50 times -2, whoops, oh my goodness, 5750 times negative 2. So that's going to be negative 115. So these guys cancel, and we get negative, wow, sorry, my brain's hurting. Negative 11D is going to be equal to 60 minus 115, and that's going to give us negative 55. So then we go ahead and divide, and we get that D is equal to 5. All right, so now we have to go ahead. I know I wrote kind of big here. Ugh. All right. So that means that we have the drinks are $5. So now if our drinks are $5, we can use one of these equations here. Let's use the first one. So we're going to use 9D plus 4C equals 60. We're going to plug 5 in for D. So we're going to do 9 times 5 equals, plus 4C equals 60. So we've got 45 plus 4C equals 60. So we end up with 4C equals 50. Does that seem right? 15 divided by 4. So candy is going to be $3.75. And that would be our answer here. All right, let's see. It says Mina has D dimes and Q quarters. She has a maximum of 29 coins altogether. Write the situation as an inequality. Okay, so now we're writing an inequality here. Let's see. D dimes, Q quarters. She has a maximum of 28 coins. All right, so we know that if we have D dimes and Q quarters, our total quarters altogether is going to be D plus Q. And we know that she has a maximum of 29. So if her max is 29, that means that her total is going to have to be less than or equal to 29. That's it. All right. Let's see. It looks like we got one more system of inequalities to go through. So it says Ryan is working 2 summer jobs, babysitting and walking dogs. He must work at least 9 hours altogether between both jobs in a given week. Write an inequality that would represent the possible values for the number of hours babysitting and the number of hours walking dogs that he can work in a given week. So the number of hours that he can work babysitting plus the number of hours that he can walk dogs. And it says that he must work at least 9 hours. So if this is his total is going to have to be greater than or equal to 9, because we want his total number of hours to be greater than or equal to 9.